As you've seen, I've used MacroFactor the entire day. I've been using it for the past week. My honest thoughts, what I'm gonna use from here on out. Drum roll, please. What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. Welcome to today's video. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm Joey. You guys are in for a treat today because today we're going to be directly comparing the brand new fitness tracker, calorie tracker app, MacroFactor. There's been a lot of buzz about this here recently. It just came out maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I've been trying it out. I've been using it for about a little bit over a week now, and I'm ready to share my thoughts. So I'm gonna be taking you through an entire day of eating using MacroFactor and comparing the pros and cons of probably the most well-known calorie tracker in the world, MyFitnessPal, which I personally have been using to track calories for probably about 5 years. So it's gonna be a very awesome and informative video. If you guys are excited for it, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. If you are new to the channel, make sure you press the subscribe button, become a Suggs subscriber. And my email's getting deleted from an off-scene menace. But seriously though, pressing the like button and subscribing really does help my channel grow, and it helps this video get out to more people. So thank you so much for doing that. By the way, this is an unsponsored video. No one has paid me to talk about this. I just truly find it interesting. And from a survey I did on my Instagram, no one has really used the MacroFactor app yet. So I wanted to get a good understanding for you guys to see which one will work better for you. All right, now before we get into how I track and use this app, I wanna get into a little brief understanding of the app itself, because although it is very similar to MyFitnessPal, it also differs from it in a lot of ways. And the main one being that it aims to be more than just a calorie tracker. It aims to be a fitness coach, a macro coach, and that's why it uses like some scientific algorithm to adjust and shift your macros and your overall calories to hit the goal that you set for yourself. So whenever you download the app, you set it up, it asks you a bunch of questions, and it kind of gets an idea of what your physical goals are, your calorie goals are, and that's how it sets up your calorie count one and your macros to go with it. So MacroFactor has their dashboards, what they like to call it. And in this dashboard, which I really like, you can see your past days of tracking. And I get like an overall chart and see how my calories have been over the past couple days. I went a little over yesterday, it was a Friday, oh well. And then right around it for about the other 2 days and a little lower on Tuesday. It is a little frustrating that I can't see the days specifically. Like if I click on a day that I wanna go to, it just brings me to like this like distribution that like shows me my plan. So that's a little frustrating. But then another really important one that I like to see is my weight trend. So it has your current trend of weight. So it kind of shows you how your true weight is supposed to be trending. So mine's trending up. It's probably gone about 1.5 pounds this week. Over the past 20 days, I've gained 0.76 pounds, which is good. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm main gaining. If you guys are not keeping up with the main gaining series, make sure you're doing that, because that's an awesome series that I'm doing, teaching you how to build a muscle while staying lean. Perfect. But that's not what this video is about. It's more of like a teaching coaching mechanism than MyFitnessPal is more of just a strict tracker. So that's probably the main like difference between the two. This does not offer a free version. So I'm on like a 14-day trial or whatever, but there's no free version. The MyFitnessPal, there's a free version, and then you can pay to have like ads removed for however much. I don't know. I use the free version. It works totally fine for me, and I've been using it that way for years. But there is no free version of this app that I know of, at least. Okay, so if I go to my subscriptions, yeah, so it is $10 a month or $60 a year. If I look back at the 5 years I've used MyFitnessPal, that's $200 that I've saved using MyFitnessPal. I understand why it's very good for the apps and the app developers, because they have the funds to make the app better. So those are pretty much the main differences and the key points of why you might want to use this. This, like I said, adjusts your calories over time and uses more of like a teaching, coaching aspect. Now, when we get to actually tracking our food, like I did with my breakfast right here, something that I do like that MacroFactor does is it has your meals kind of broken out in time slots instead of just MyFitnessPal uses like meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. So if I go to my meal that I cooked up this morning, I can see right around 11 a.m. that I had my peppers, feta cheese, egg whites, all this stuff right here, and I can see it all within the 11 a.m. Up top, I can see my total calories, my protein, my fats, my carbs. Now, if I come over to the right here and minimize this meal, it just kind of collapses and I should be able to click on it. And there it'll tell me the macro breakdown, TikTok, get out of here. The macro breakdown of the entire meal, which I do really like. And that helps me whenever like I can go back and look at my meals if I have them all at the same time and look and see what I had. So there's a couple pros and cons. I have literally a whole list of them right here. I am going to get ready for the gym. And for my pre-workout snack, we have a new protein bar I have been trying here recently, but have not even heard of before, and that is Naked Nutrition, the Naked Bar Peanut Butter Crunch flavor. So yes, Naked Bar is sponsoring today's video, but that in no way will affect my judgment. Looking at the macros, we have 190 calories, 15 grams of protein. One of the biggest things before I even get into like unwrapping it is there's no sugar alcohols and no artificial sweeteners in this bar, which makes the biggest difference on your stomach. I cannot tell you how much better my stomach has been since I've been eating these compared to like a normal protein bar that has either a ton of sugar alcohols, matinol, guar gum, all this stuff that like really messes up your stomach. None of it in here. And the protein comes from like a high quality grass-fed whey protein. So that also means you're getting the highest quality stuff. Let's give it a bite. So there's no chocolate coating, which could be a plus or a minus for you, but I don't mind it either way. It smells like real peanut butter, actually. Let's give it a bite. Right away, real peanut butter, right off the bat. Oh wow, okay, I didn't know this. The first ingredient is literally peanut butter. That's crazy, and I'm telling you, you can taste it right when you bite into this thing. It also has some really good crunchies that like add a good texture difference to like the gooey proteinness of the bar. The overall flavor of this reminds me of like, you know those pretzels that you get that had the peanut butter on the inside of them? Very, very similar to this with like the crunchies on the inside and that real authentic peanut butter flavor. I gotta say, this with no added sugars is actually a phenomenal bar. The flavor is a bit lacking, I think, because of the non-sugar alcohols, but that's a trade-off I'm willing to take. You're still at under 200 calories, so that's pretty good. Protein could be a little higher, it's only at 15, so it's gonna affect it a little bit. Another quick note, this is gluten and soy free. Doesn't really make a difference to me. I don't really have any negative effects to it, but if you are someone who does, keep that in mind. So the Naked Peanut Butter Crunch Bar, I would have to give this one an 8.9 out of 10. I think if it had a little higher protein, it would be perfect because the flavor is good. The no sugar alcohols is a huge one for me, and it's all around a pretty good bar. If you guys wanna go pick it up, I know they're available on Amazon. I'll leave the link down there for that. And they also have another flavor that is their chocolate fudge. I've had this one too. I would probably rate it about a 8.7. The macros are a little better. It's 180 calories for 15 grams of protein, but the flavor for me isn't quite as good as this one. But if you want to pick either up, I'll leave their Amazon link and also their website link. Definitely go check them out. Thank you, Naked Bar, for sponsoring today's video. Let's go to the gym. I'm not gonna take you though because this is a full day of eating and testing out MacroFactor. And speaking of MacroFactor, let's go ahead and track this bar in it. So for this one, I'm going to just go ahead and scan the back of the bar. So just like that. I do have to say, yeah, I don't know why this happens a lot. So you see 210 grams of protein, but clearly the bar says 190. So I don't know, this happens like not a ton, but I've noticed it a decent amount when tracking like bars and stuff. The calories don't add up, like they're not right on MacroFactor compared to what the nutritional facts say. So that's tracked in there, although it's tracked wrong. I'm gonna eat this, crush a workout, and I'll see you guys in the next meal. All right, back from the gym, an insane pump if I do say so myself. So before I went, one cool feature that MacroFactor has is the ability to just like tap a button, say what you are eating, and then it'll automatically track it for you. The issue with it is it's not always accurate, and most of the time that I've been trying to use it, it just doesn't work. I tried to add a like toffee cookie from Publix. It took me about 3 tries before it just added a toffee cookie. So for me, it doesn't add any benefit, doesn't save me time, so I'm not gonna use it. I think in the future, they can probably make this a little better, but as of right now, kind of gimmicky, so not really worth it. And the second thing, something else that is good about MacroFactor is you're able to track your caffeine intake throughout the day, but a lot of things that whenever you add them in doesn't have the caffeine in the like supplement. So I tried to add 1 scoop of C4 Ultimate that I took today before the gym, but there's no caffeine content associated with like the macros that it puts in, so it then renders that aspect useless again. So these are really cool features, but they're not working yet, and I don't know if they're gonna be working in the future, so it has to be a con for the time being. And one more point I noticed after the gym is that I don't really pay attention to it, but MyFitnessPal does track how many calories you burn. If you're wearing an Apple Watch, it hooks up to your Apple Health, whatever, and you can tell how many calories you burn. You can subtract that for your calories or whatever, but it does kind of track that and keep track of that. MacroFactor, it doesn't seem like does that. It may come into play like on the back end, like algorithm stuff, but I can't see where it tracks any of the info that it gets from my Apple Watch, because there does have the integration of Apple Health, but it doesn't seem like it's using the calories burn part of that. Something to think about. All right, post-workout, we are absolutely slamming some calories. We got little sliders that I actually made last night on the grill with 99% fat-free ground turkey mixed with 96.4 lean ground beef and some pork chops or some lean pork medallions with a pack of noodles, a little bit of sauce, a little bit of cheese. Great post-workout meal. But very important note that I figured out when trying to track all this is I can't track my meats cooked weight. I can only track it as non-cooked weight, which completely throws it off. I have to pretty much guess what the weight of it is cooked. In MyFitnessPal, I know I can do 99% fat-free ground turkey in grams cooked and I'm good to go. And I don't have that option on MacroFactor, so that kind of sucks. The meal is great, but how accurately do I track it? Not really sure. Oh, also another quick note that is just kind of weird and I feel like can be a very quick fix. Is you can't track something before 7 a.m. So like one morning I was working out at 5 a.m. and I had a Rice Krispie treat before I worked out, and I wasn't able to track it until I got back from the gym at like 7:30. So just kind of weird, something to think about, but that's an easy fix and an update that they can do in like no time. All right, a Truly Pop going down. We just walked on the beach, had a nice little night, got, let's say 1 sangria. And that brings me to another really good point about MacroFactor, is it does a really good job, the best I've seen actually, at tracking alcohol, which is important to someone like me who drinks at least a couple times a week. Okay, all right, maybe a couple times a week. No, definitely a couple times a week. So as I'm scrolling through my whole day here, you can see the sangria and the 2 Truly Pops. If I pop into my calories, you can see all the calories for the day. And at the very end there, you see alcohol, and you have about 182 calories from alcohol. So it kind of provides like a little more info into how much your drinking is affecting how many calories you're eating a day if you track it correctly. And down here, you can see like alcohol is 26 grams. Just caffeine came from something, I don't know what. And then it has your water in there as well. But it does not connect, so like I said, it has the Apple integrations, does not have my Hydrate Spark integrations. According to my watch, I've drinking about 90 ounces of water today, and it does not factor into here. So that kind of sucks. And one more point, I actually got an email about this from MacroFactor support. They were saying one thing that you should not do if you are gonna track and use this app to help coach you is if you're gonna track, make sure you track accurately throughout the whole day. The worst thing for the algorithm is when you half track, like say you like track through lunch, but then you say, all right, screw it, I'm just gonna eat my soul away the rest of the day. That really messes up the algorithm. So I do that actually pretty often. Sometimes I'll track through dinner time, and if I know I have like 700 or 800 calories left, I'll probably just stop tracking and have whatever dessert I want and go to bed. So for me, as you've seen, I've used MacroFactor the entire day. I've been using it for the past week. My honest thoughts, what I'm gonna use from here on out, drum roll please. I'm gonna go back to MyFitnessPal using the free version. I think this app has so much potential. It's gonna take a couple iterations. Like I said, this app just came out. You gotta cut them some slack. If they can tidy up some of these things, maybe build a bigger database, they need to get more people on the app. Once they do this, it's gonna be an incredible app, and I think it will overpass MyFitnessPal, but it's just gonna take some time to get there. And I personally don't think I wanna be paying the $10 a month for that. So there you guys have it. That's my honest, truthful review of MacroFactor. I think it's great if you're looking for some kind of app that's gonna help you dial in your calories and give you like a breakdown every week of what you should change. For that, it's great. But for me and my goals, I don't find that to be super beneficial. So for right now, I'm sticking with MyFitnessPal, the free version, and just going from there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know you had to learn something about either one of the two apps. If you did, press thumbs up button for me. It does help the video get out to more people. I'm gonna finish my Truly Pop. Only have 1 or 2 or 8. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.